All right. We are live. Sorry, guys, posting something to my IG story real quick. Go ahead. Follow me on IG, by the way. Just search Sons Geek or Sons Geek on YouTube. You will find me. All right. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Okay. All right. How is everybody doing tonight after that fun little preseason game? Is it just me, or do these games not really feel like preseason games? Maybe it's just because of the excitement of the season. Maybe it's just because, we have a whole new, roster, coaching staff, new superstar player in Bradley Beal, you know what I mean? Maybe that's why it doesn't feel like too much like preseason. But yeah, either way, you know what? That was a fun game, y'all. And there's so much I want to talk about. But in a weird way, this might actually be a short live show, because I even jokingly put it out on Twitter, and I posted this little GIF, or however you call it. I said, I was like, me over analyzing Phoenix Suns preseason. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do here. Because let's be real. If you guys didn't know, Deandre Ayton didn't play. And this was against the Blazers, like second, third string guys. Like, yeah, Scoot Henderson played, Shaden Sharp played, but it was against the Blazers, B and C squad. Thank you to everybody that's in here, by the way. Do me a huge favor, Hulk, smash that like button, share the show. I would really appreciate it if you guys would do that. Shout out to Nathaniel, who is here. We're definitely going to talk about Jordan Goodwin later. Shout out to Timothy. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Roy, who it is his birthday, by the way. Appreciate you being here, Roy. Happy birthday to you, and I hope you are doing well, my friend. Shout out to Michael, who says, just watched the game. Greetings from Phoenix, Arizona. Appreciate you being here. Who else is in here? Shout out to my guy, Sir Hamo from the Aussie Suns Fans Podcast. Appreciate you being here, my brother. He says, what's good, Geek? And yeah, thank you to everybody else who is in here. All right, y'all. Where do I even begin? We're going to talk about the Ayton stuff later, because that doesn't matter. He didn't play, whatever. He doesn't want to talk about Phoenix. We're not going to talk much about him. We even have a little bit of Phoenix Mercury news that I slightly want to touch on. I wish I had a little bit more of like analysis and info to give to you guys about it, but still worth talking about. So we'll talk about that later. I actually want to start today's show with Grayson Allen. And yes, I took notes again. And we're actually going to react to a few plays too. But let's talk about Grayson Allen real quick, because he got active early. So early in the game, he had a little pump fake, little scoop shot where he just drove in, just laid it up and in. There was one play where I forgot who shot the ball for the Blazers, but two Blazers jumped up to grab the rebound. It might have been Tamani Kamara, former Sun, by the way. But Grayson Allen jumped up and kind of tipped it back. KD secured the ball, and then he like zipped it to Devin Booker, who had a wide open three. And that was all because of Grayson Allen's activity. There was another play where Grayson Allen barreled in, got the and one, probably, got away with, not a charge, but could have been called for that, for barreling in like he did. But he was really active in this game, really aggressive early. And I mean this in a good way. I feel like he is really going to surprise a lot of people, because he surprised me. Like, I knew a fair amount about Grayson Allen outside of all the controversy and, those plays, those bad things that he does, like tripping players and all that. But he's really surprised me. But again, in a good way. And I think he's going to surprise a lot of Suns fans and be a fan favorite. I really mean that. Because, again, don't forget what he did in his first Suns preseason game ever. I mean, he was the player of the game against the Pistons. What do you have, like 23 points or something like that? But then after the Grayson Allen show, it became the Devin Booker show. And I say this a lot on this channel, but I really mean it. And I mean it as the highest compliment that I can give. Devin Booker just does not surprise me. the amount of points that he can put up in a short amount of time and just the gravity that goes around him, if you will, and the way the fans react. And again, how quickly Devin Booker puts up points, it just doesn't surprise me anymore. In fact, this might sound maybe a little too over the top. It's surprising when he misses at this point. So let me read to you what Devin Booker did in the first quarter. 17 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, 62% shooting from the field, 80% from 3. I think he was 4 for 5, and 100% from the free throw line. Also, he had a beautiful outlet pass to Metsu. And I also uploaded this play to Twitter. This is going to be our first little reaction right here. I uploaded a play to Twitter, but the Suns sort of had like a different angle of it. Or should I say better camera work, if you will. But when I uploaded the clip, my little caption was, look how much space Grayson and Booker had here. So let me get back to the start real quick. So, and let's just make sure the camera's looking good. Okay. So as you guys can see right here, Drew Eubanks gets the ball. KD has it and he gives it to Drew Eubanks. Tamari Kamara closes in. There's Scoot Henderson right there. So Drew Eubanks stops on a dime. Let me just full screen this so you guys can see it. Sorry, guys. So Drew Eubanks stops on a dime. Now, keep in mind as you're watching this play, Grayson Allen is in the corner. So Drew Eubanks passes it off to Devin Booker. And look how wide open Devin Booker is. And then again, keep in mind how, even though he's not in the shot, Grayson Allen, is wide open on the corner. So look at Booker right here. So much space. You know that's a bucket. Bam. And when I tweeted that out, I said, look how much space Devin Booker and Grayson Allen have on this play. That's the kind of stuff that we're going to be reacting to. And I'm seeing a lot of love for Jordan Goodwin. Trust me, we are going to talk about Jordan Goodwin because he was the player of the game and he absolutely deserves it, you guys. All right, let's move on here. Some more notes, if you will. So real quick, I heard Tom Leander, who is one of my all-time favorite broadcasters of all time, talking about this. Tom Leander said on the broadcast that I guess he was talking to Frank Vogel, and Frank Vogel has been telling his guys, especially the superstars, Bradley Beal, KD Book, that when the defense backs off, to let it fly. He said to rise up and launch it. That excites me, you guys. I saw a couple things on the timeline. Like Dave King was talking about this, how there was like a 7 seconds or less Suns reference. Guys playing with space and just playing so free and fast. And then even a tweet from my guy, John from the Suns Jam Session podcast, just talking about how this isn't like a Chris Paul team anymore. How these guys are just getting the ball, running the fast break, outlet passes, letting it fly. And that's kind of my reference here. As Frank Vogel said, when Tom Leander was talking about it on the broadcast, when the defense backs off, Frank Vogel wants these guys to just launch it. And I love that. That is just another thing to be excited about. And I know my notes are kind of all over the place here, you guys. But I just want to read something real quick. So let's react to this as well. Shout out to Zona Hoops, who is all over the place. He does great work. He is a great follow. Sorry, guys. Let me just pull that up. Okay, there it is. This was a great tweet right here. Yeah, shout out to Zona Hoops. He's a guest on Locked On Suns and writes for Bright Side of the Sun and does all this great work, right? He had a great tweet right here. And I was going to save this for later, but I feel like what I was just talking about was sort of a good segue. Through 3.5. So again, he tweeted this out during the game. So we'll just say 4 preseason games. Through 4 preseason games, the Suns have had some high scoring quarters. 46 points versus the Pistons, 40 versus the Blazers in the second quarter. 39 points. So you see the tweet, 37 points, 36 points, 34 points. It is just scary the offense that this team is putting up. I mean, how many did we have at halftime? Like 70 something? I mean, and again, you guys, we're not fully healthy until Damian Lee comes back. We didn't have Yusuf Nurkic in this game, who I believe was out for rest. And Booker went on that explosion. KD went on a little bit of a run himself. Bradley Beal was cooking a little bit. Guys were hitting their shots. We had the Jordan Goodwin show. I mean, it is scary what this team can be. The potential of what this team can be is exciting. Whatever word you want to use, probably a word that I'm forgetting about. It is just, I am thrilled to be a Phoenix Suns fan. I mean, look at this tweet. Through 4 preseason games, the Suns have had some high-scoring quarters. 46 in one quarter versus the Pistons. A couple 40s against the Blazers. 37, 36, 34. It is incredible, you guys. Phoenix Suns fans should be thrilled. This is a new era of Phoenix Suns basketball. And it really all started when we traded for Kevin Durant and when Matt Ishbia began his first day as owner of this team and the Phoenix Mercury. And then fast forward, everything we did during the offseason, new coaching staff, new bench, trading for Bradley Beal. It is a new era of Phoenix Suns basketball, and everybody should be excited. Even if you're just your average Valley sports fan, maybe you tune into the Suns a little bit here and there, you should still be excited for what is going to happen this season. Let's keep going because I got a lot more notes. Let's talk about Jordan Goodwin because he straight up deserves it, you guys. And first off, where do I begin? I didn't even pull up the box score because one, again, we were, playing the Blazers, like B squad, but I still want to just confirm what Jordan Goodwin did today. I mean, I know he had 6 steals, but there was a lot more to those 6 steals. So just to confirm real quick. So Jordan Goodwin finished the game with 21 minutes, 4 points, 6 steals, 8 rebounds, and had 1 block. He had 4 fouls. And I know this is easy to say now. And I know I'm sounding like Captain Obvious here. But Jordan Goodwin is going to be a fan favorite. If he isn't already. And I tweeted that out pretty much word by word. I said, Jordan Goodwin is a dog on defense. He's all over the place. And if he isn't already, he's going to be a fan favorite. Tom Leander was kind of joking, but I think he was serious on the broadcast. And he said, give the Dan Marley Hustle Award to Jordan Goodwin right now. And he's absolutely right. Give it to him right now. So let's keep reacting to some stuff here. Let me just pull it up real quick. Let's see. Give me 1 second here, you guys. Sorry, one-man show here. Okay. So let me just share my screen, y'all. Share. I need a producer for this show. Okay. You guys can see the screen, right? No, maybe. Oh, there it is. All right. So you guys see the first play right here. Look at Jordan Goodwin, man. I mean, where do I even begin? Compared him to Ron Lee. And quick shameless plug here, big time throwback. I made a video about Ron Lee when the NBA was shut down and there was nothing going on. I highly recommend you guys go check out that video. It's on my channel, or just search Ron Lee. The dude was a defensive dog for the Phoenix Suns. He was a fan favorite. And I see a lot of Jordan Goodwin in Ron Lee. Real quick, I have to get to a super chat. Big shout out to my guy, Reliable Rants. Hope you're doing well, brother, with the $10 super chat. You didn't have to do that, brother. I appreciate you, man. He says, Drew Eubanks is a Jock Lindell replacement, LOL. Excited for y'all this season. Got to do some live streams for sure. Absolutely, man. Reliable Rants, good friend of the channel. Been on this channel many times. Sort of my, quote, Lakers insider, but just an all-around good dude. Been on this channel before. And yeah, shout out to my guy, Reliable Rants. And thank you for the $10 super chat, man. I appreciate you guys. You totally don't have to, but if you're willing to and you want to donate to the channel, help keep the lights on, send a super chat. Also, I do have a Cash App as well. If you guys want to Cash App me, link down below in the description. But either way, as I always say, you guys, the best way to keep supporting the channel at the end of the day is just to keep watching. It's pretty much that simple. So again, thank you for the $10 super chat. Now back to the Jordan Goodwin show. I mean, guys, 6 steals. And we all know Jordan Goodwin picks up 94 feet on defense. And one thing I'm noticing here, and again, I'm probably sounding like Captain Obvious here. It's just the way that the Suns players are swarming on defense. And when I say they have active hands, I mean, their hands are out. And like Booker had a couple strips tonight. There's just something different about this Suns defense. And I think it really does go back to Frank Vogel and the way that he's been preaching defense since day one. Because yes, Jordan Goodwin literally stole the show tonight. No pun intended. But like Booker, I believe, had a couple. Let me see our steals category. I'm just going to focus on steals here. So we as a team had 15 steals. When was the last time the Suns had 15 steals in a game? 15 steals. Goodwin had 6. Keon Johnson had 3 steals tonight. Keita Bates-Diop had 1. Booker had 2 and Beal had 2. 15 steals. Are you kidding me, you guys? That isn't. I love this team. I love this team, you guys. And again, I know I'm sounding like Captain Obvious here. And I know that I said that Grayson Allen's going to be a fan favorite and he's going to surprise some people. But if he hasn't already, Jordan Goodwin is going to surprise some people. He's going to be a fan favorite. And just give him the Dan Marley Hustle Award right now. This team is just so fun to watch, you guys. I referenced Katie and Bradley Beal earlier. As you can see, I'm not really talking about them too much because we all know what they can do. We all know what to expect from them on a night in and night out basis. But I will say this about Kevin Durant real quick before we get to the next super chat. First off, Katie looks like he's having fun out there. And that is an understatement. And I think that that is really important because of everything that Kevin Durant has been through since he landed here. And obviously the disappointment and everything that went on in the playoffs, right? Katie looks like he's having fun out there. But if you guys go back and watch the highlights, I saw a couple plays where Katie assists off Bradley Beal points. I think there was one play where Katie was running the offense and Beal kind of cut to the rim and Katie's dished it to him inside. You know, as I mentioned, Bradley Beal had a couple of steals. How many points did Bradley Beal finish with tonight? So Bradley Beal had 11 points. Not the best shooting night. He was 2 for 7. Got to the free throw line 7 out of 9 times. But like, if Bradley Beal as the big 3, as the third guy, needs to sort of sacrifice in order for us to win, I'm all for it, man. And I think Bradley Beal's going to embrace that as well. Let's get to another super chat. Shout out to Rob. Appreciate you, man. He says, do you miss Ayton or Bridges more and why? Rob, I promise we will get back to this when we get to the Ayton segment. To answer your question, though, Mikal Bridges. But I promise I'll dive more into that in a little bit. Let's get to some comments here, and then we're going to react to a couple more things, and then we'll talk about the Ayton stuff, and hopefully we don't have to talk about Ayton for a long time. afterwards. Let me just click that. Okay. Let's see. If I missed your comment or something, let me know. I'm going to just kind of go from the bottom here. Feel free to put it in the chat again. If you have a question, comment, concern, let me know because I see some Saban Lee stuff in here. Okay, let's see. Sir Hamo says he is a smaller Rodman in terms of defense. Nailed it, Geek. We are all about defense at the moment. As Katie says, our defense creates our offense. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Katie said it so perfectly. Jason says, give Saban Lee minutes to bowl. We are going to talk about some bowl later. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if the fans are overreacting to bowl because as we saw tonight, we had the we want bowl. We want bowl. We had that happen tonight. I don't even care. I am all for it. Get bowl in the game. All right, let's see. J Money says we have defense and folks act like we don't are delusional. I can't read, but I think I get what you're saying there. Sir Hamo says, yes, Katie and Book were smiling. See, Sir Hamo sees it. And again, shout out to the Aussie Suns fans podcast. You guys are awesome. Much love to you guys. But like, it is true, guys. KD just seems like he is having fun. And I haven't really listened to the recent post-game pressers and the post-game presser that they did after the Suns open practice. But like, from what I'm seeing on Twitter and certain comments about KD, saying that he's embracing the Valley is an understatement. And the Valley is embracing him. And think of the potential of not only a healthy Kevin Durant on this team, but a happy, laser-focused, tunnel vision Kevin Durant. We're just getting started, Suns fans. We are just getting started. I'm so excited. All right, y'all. I promise I'll get to some more comments and stuff later. And Rob, again, thank you for the $2 super chat. I promise I will get to your question, although I kind of already answered it. I want to react to a couple more things. So, what am I doing? What is my life? Okay, let's see. What did I miss here? There's so much going on. There's just so much I want to react to, so much I want to talk about. Okay, did I? Yeah, I already reacted to that. Okay. I want to react to a couple of plays here. So, first off, this is one of the best blocks that I've seen in a long time. And I know it's preseason and all that. I don't even care. And then we're going to react to a couple or one play. I don't even know what my name is right now. All right. So this was a Udoka block or SWAT. I'm not even going to call it a block. I'm going to call it a SWAT because this was definitely a SWAT. And I love how the Suns uploaded this. Couple different angles here. Check this out, Suns fans. Look at this block right here. Oh my God, I love that. All right, y'all. Okay. Couple things I want to react to. Then we'll talk about the Ayton stuff. Then we'll probably get to some questions, comments, concerns, and then we'll probably wrap it up. I'm sorry, Casey. That was funny. All right. You guys can see my humor. I find a lot of stuff funny, even if it's not that funny. All right. Casey says, say it right. My name is Suns Geek, and if it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it. And you know what? We're just going to just play this video just because we can. Holy crap, you guys. Kevin Durant is coming to the Phoenix Suns. It's 150% guaranteed. Kevin Durant is coming to the Phoenix Suns. Yes! The greatest video of all time right there. It's true. It's true. Oh my God. Oh, sorry. You said Suns Geek. Yeah, Suns Geek. And Casey, you're just some dude from Washington. You know what I mean? Little inside joke. All right, y'all. Let's stay focused here. We got to focus. It's a fun night. It's preseason. Too bad the D-backs didn't win today. That would have just made the night even better. Basketball season is here. I love it. Sir Hamo says Oscar worthy. Exactly. Like, I don't know how I haven't won an Oscar for that great KD video you just watched. All right, y'all. No more playing around. Let's focus. So I want to react to a tweet here. And big shout out. Oh, wait, we got to react to a couple more plays. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. So speaking of swats, we had back-to-back swats from fan favorite Bol and from, I believe it was another Udoka block as well. Yeah, so here we go. Let's react to this real quick. Then we're gonna react to a tweet, and then we're gonna react to the DA stuff. Because yes, even though he didn't play in this game, there was some DA stuff that I think is worth talking about. All right, y'all. So here we go. Back-to-back swats. First one comes from Bol, I believe. Check this out. Drives in. Bol right from behind. Get that out of here. I love it. Let's go back and look at it again. Bol. Get that out of here. And then fast forward a little bit. Here's the second one. Udoka with another swat. Did he do the Mutombo finger wag? Did he do that? I love that. First the Bol block. You know the crowd was going crazy for that. And look at this. Get that out of here. No. I love earlier. Technical difficulties. My bad, y'all. Here we go. So shout out to Suns Dude on Twitter. He originally had this great tweet right here. And I absolutely love this tweet. He said, pretty cool having Durant, Beal, and Prime MJ on the Suns. And then I quote tweeted that tweet with this beautiful picture of the greatest of all time and Michael Jordan. Yeah, that just happened. Wait, I have to say it again. I quote tweeted his great tweet with a picture of the greatest of all time and Michael Jordan. I'm sorry, you guys. I had to. But again, shout out to Suns Dude on Twitter who had the great tweet, and I quote tweeted that. And again, you guys, just the potential of this team is scary, y'all. I mean, we haven't even played with our full team yet. The big three haven't even played, what, like 30 minutes yet? Think of Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker playing not just a half, but 30 plus minutes in a 48-minute game. Ooh, and one more thing with Jordan Goodwin. Tom Leander said it on the broadcast. Any points that he can contribute is just a bonus. And that got me excited for players like Grayson Allen, Utah, Metu. You know what I mean? Any points those guys can give us is just a legit bonus on top of what else they bring to this team. I love it. Okay, y'all. I understand if a lot of you click off at this point, but we have to talk about the DA stuff. I'm sorry. I'm Suns Geek. I just got to bring you the news. I got to bring you what I feel is worth talking about. Don't cancel me, please, for talking about Ayton. Speaking of Deandre Ayton, this was, from like a week ago or whatever, but I'm just going to play you this video anyways while I take a sip of my water. Enjoy this video.
Man, I love Phoenix, man. Honestly, I'm going to continue playing hard for Phoenix. I'm going to keep repping Phoenix like I always been repping Phoenix, and I'm here. I'm happy.
Any thoughts about tomorrow night facing your own team?
There's no thoughts at all.
Deandre spent a lot of time though in Phoenix, drafted by them. How could there not be?
I don't want to talk about Phoenix. They told me I was going to talk about the game I played yesterday.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I thought we was talking about the game I played yesterday.
Okay. So again, that was from like a couple days ago and all that. So after the first Suns Blazers preseason game, one of the reporters asked, hey, was it weird playing against your old team? And he said, and I quote, "It wasn't weird at all." And I was talking to somebody in my comments, and we were having what I felt was a respectful conversation. And he was like, "Oh, like whatever DA says, it's going to get flipped and twisted." And I was like, well, and I'm paraphrasing here, but I was like, well, that wasn't necessarily my intention. I was like, I don't know. It just, the word polarizing with Deandre Ayton is an understatement, because the commenter was true. Like, no matter what DA says, it's going to get flipped somehow, whether it's me saying it, you saying it, somebody in the media saying it. I called Ayton stubborn. And I think some of the discourse that I've seen and the way I was talking to the person who left the comment was like, and I think the guy who left the comment kind of brought this up, saying like, maybe DA doesn't want to talk about Phoenix right now. He is in a new team. He's trying to embrace that franchise. And I get it. And I give Deandre Ayton the benefit of the doubt, like in terms of, I don't know what happened behind closed doors. And again, I'll give Ayton credit. He's probably thrilled to be playing for the Blazers. And maybe I jumped the gun just a little bit on the whole, like Ayton doesn't want to talk about Phoenix, even though he legit said, I don't want to talk about Phoenix. Because today, Dwayne Rankin from the Arizona Republic, Arizona Central, whatever, and the other media, Kellen Olson, all them, shout out to PHNX as well. They were all talking to Ayton. Now there's two videos, but I feel like this video is kind of the one to react to. So let's listen in on what DA had to say today, because there was some comments here that I don't know if he was necessarily taking shots at Phoenix. And I know it kind of doesn't really matter. Like, it's DA's in the past now. I get it, but it's still kind of worth talking about. So in case you missed it, I might start a whole new like series on this channel, or segment series called In Case You Missed It. Let's listen in to what Deandre Ayton had to say before the game, or this was like earlier at shoot around. This was in Phoenix, by the way. Oh, and by the way, in all fairness to Ayton, before we listen to this, Chauncey Billups sat out a lot of players today. I think they had like back-to-back preseason games, and the season is like a week away, so I don't want to pick on Ayton too much for sitting out, although I kind of wish he did play because I wanted to see, part 2. But anyways, all right, let's listen in to what DA had to say.
You said, I think, in your intro presser up there in Portland, something along the lines of they granted your wish. Why did you feel like maybe a change of scenery was in your best interest?
You guys hear that?
I
Okay.
just feel like them having the power to really send me anywhere they want, they send me where I can be valued and be appreciated. Having the power to
Real quick, I just want to play this back to you guys. Listen to what he said.
Really send me anywhere they want, they send me where I can be valued.
Where I can be valued,
Be appreciated.
and be appreciated.
Things I wanted, in my career. They didn't just throw me anywhere. They threw me where, guys my age, and just a process of, learning basketball and starting something new. And I just felt they could have went anywhere. It could have been worse. I'm saying? I really got blessed to, be a part of an organization that really, valued me.
I have one last thing, if you don't mind. You had said in the Bahamas, you were like, you wanted to change the narrative, and then you had such great success in the qualifying tournament. Do you feel like now that you're starting to do that, how big will it be to continue to have that mentality of changing the perception?
Just playing hard every game, and just representing the organization the best way I can, and just shutting some folks up.
Talking to you, Suns Geek.
The best way I can.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir.
real quick.
In the qualifying tournament,
Boy,
do you
that's
feel
not
like now that you're
every game, and just representing the organization the best way I can, and
Shutting some folks
Shut
up.
some folks up.
I love that. So good. Let me just take off my headphones, y'all. Oh my God. DA, man. Hopefully this is the last DA talk for a while until we play them next time. But I don't know, you guys. Like, I'm not trying to stir the pot here. I'm just reacting. I still think he is a little stubborn. I mean, like, I'm reading the quote right here. And I get it. He's saying, like, I want to represent the organization the best that I can, yada, 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 shutting some folks up. And then he was talking about the trade and like the destination. And he said, could have been worse, but he's happy he was traded to a team that values him and appreciates him. Remember what Jay Crowder said when he was like, oh, the truth will be revealed and the business of basketball is taking its course. Like, what? Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, what is happening behind closed doors that we don't see or hear? And I will say what I said last live show, you guys. Was it really that bad here in Phoenix, Deandre? Was it really that bad? But you know what? What's done is done. Let me ask you guys this. Pretend Damian Lillard didn't want to be traded. Do you guys think Deandre Ayton would still be on this team? Serious question. I'm going to ask that question on Twitter later. I'll do like a poll or whatever. And if you're watching later or if you're watching in the future, like, serious question. Do you guys think, just to pretend the Damian Lillard trade never happened, let's pretend Damian Lillard is still a Portland Trailblazer. Do you think DA would have been on this roster? Because, and yes, let's also say that, the Beal trade still happens, because it did. I mean, I give it like a 40% chance he wouldn't, or he would be, I guess. I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. Sorry, guys. I just had to talk about it. Also, for anybody who cares, my guy Trevor Booth from Clutch Points uploaded a video. Shout out to my guy John from the Suns Jam Session podcast, who, by the way, did his first media coverage for the Suns today. They run a great podcast over there, and so happy that he's now part of the Suns media. But John was tweeting about it. Trevor was tweeting about it. Kellen Olson tweeted, and a few other people responded. Apparently, I wasn't in the arena, but apparently the boos were mixed. You know what I mean? The boos and cheers were sort of mixed for Ayton. Maybe they would have been louder if he played. I don't know. And I guess the Suns put out something on the screen saying welcome back, DA, but no tribute video. Maybe they're waiting until he actually plays to do that. But let's get to a couple comments here. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, get them in right now. We're going to read some comments. We're going to react to some Phoenix Mercury news, and then we will wrap up the show. All right, let's see. Ooh, and real quick, I do want to just kind of answer the question here. Again, earlier from the super chat from Rob, $1.99. Appreciate you, man. Do you miss Ayton or Bridges more, and why? I think it's Bridges and Cam I miss more. Because one, the DA stuff is so new, and we got this new team and new jerseys and coaching, it's all still new. It hasn't really fully hit me yet that DeAndre is on another team. Mikal and Cam have been Brooklyn Nets for a little bit now. And the vibes and the maturity of Bridges and Cam, and I guess the likability, is that even a word, of Mikal and Cam are just so much more than Ayton. Not saying I hate Ayton. I'm not trying to trash the guy, but I think to answer the question, I miss Mikal and Cam more, the twins, Great question there from Rob. Let's see. Michael says Bol should shoot the ball as much as he blocks the ball. I agree with that. That would be fun. Get some Bol minutes up. Bol just needs consistency, man, from top to bottom. He needs more consistent minutes. But on top of that, when he's actually out there, he needs to be consistent on defense and offense. Sir Hamo says, I hope he does good, to be honest. I hate seeing number 1 picks turn into nothing. Exactly. Especially the first ever number 1 overall pick in Suns history. Ayton is talking a little bit greasy, says Michael. Now this was the question earlier about, if the Dame trade never happened, is Ayton still on this team? Michael says no. The review guy says no, absolutely not. Tony says, if Dame never got traded, Suns was eventually going to find a trade for him, Ayton. He didn't want to be there. Exactly. That's a good way to put it. Sir Hamo says, no way, man. He was gone a long time ago. Just had to wait for the right deal. Exactly. I think we're all on the same page there. Ayton was the weak link, including everyone, I can't read. Ayton was the weak. Sorry, guys. Everyone, including the front office, knew it. He had to go. Metal Mike says, you the man, Geek. Appreciate you, Metal Mike. Ooh, and speaking of you, Metal Mike, shout out to you, man. Remember when you were generous enough to send me this awesome Mikal Bridges bobblehead? I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for that, man. I was moving some stuff around. I put it down. I was like, dude, Metal Mike sent that to me. Appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for watching too, man. Ayton can get lost. Okay. So since you guys are getting your comments and questions in, I'll just address this immediately because I've been seeing this in the chat. I think we kind of talked about it last time. I'm going to kind of go with my cop-out answer here. This is my cop-out answer. So Sir Hamo and others in the chat are talking about Saben Lee. I've seen a little discourse on Twitter too. So Sir Hamo says, are you concerned about Saben Lee's selfishness? Are you concerned about Saben Lee's selfishness? He does not have a pass-first mentality. Okay. Where do I answer this question first? Pass first is, in my opinion, pretty crucial on this team. But I will say this, and maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe Frank Vogel and Kevin Young and the rest of the Suns coaching staff think the complete opposite. Maybe that's not a bad thing. I mean, at least he's aggressive and trying to get to the free throw line and trying to yam on some people. I get what you guys are saying, though, about Saben Lee. He's not really a pass-first guard. He's always trying to dunk it on people. Doesn't shoot very consistently. Isn't a good shooter at all, for that matter. But here's my cop-out answer. If Saben Lee is our biggest, quote, concern right now, then we're cruising, y'all. And I'm not trying to jinx anything. I'm not trying to but to answer the question, I mean, what's wrong with a guy being a little aggressive, a little selfish, trying to dunk it on people, trying to earn a spot on this team? I mean, maybe he's doing that because we're blowing out the other team and Katie and Book and all them are doing their thing, man. I get what you guys are saying. I understand the concern. That's why we're here. We're just talking like Suns fans. So I know that probably doesn't answer your question, but I don't know. Tony says, what's good, Suns Geek? Appreciate you being here, man. Doing well, brother. Bradley Beal's got to stay healthy. Absolutely. He is the X factor to our big three. Saben Lee will be in the G League. Casey says, I'm one Kings fan. Hell yeah, Geek, says Sir Hamo. Sir Hamo, I got to get you and the Aussie Suns fans and all the other, Suns Planet pod your guy. I gotta get you and your crew on my show one night. All right, y'all. Let's transition to some Phoenix Mercury news. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have much analysis on this because I've heard of the name, but I don't know too much about him. This was posted on ESPN earlier, and then we're probably going to wrap up the show, everybody. But the Phoenix Mercury, yes, this is actual Phoenix Mercury news. Oh God, what am I doing too? I got to lower this banner. We're not talking about Deandre Ayton anymore. Yeah, so the Phoenix Mercury have hired a new head coach, Nate Tibbetts. Let me just make sure this is looking good. Let's lower this. Okay, sorry guys, one-man show here. Yeah, so Nate Tibbetts is the Phoenix Mercury's newest head coach, and the article does go on to say here, So Orlando Magic assistant Nate Tibbetts is finalizing a deal to become the new coach of the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury, sources told ESPN on Monday. Now, here's kind of the key thing here. The deal will make Tibbetts the highest paid coach in WNBA history. Tibbetts is a respected longtime coach in the NBA, including stops with Portland, Cleveland, before joining, I think his name's Jamal Mosley's staff in, who's he coaching? Orlando, I think, as the top assistant 2 years ago. And again, this does go back to Matt Ishbia, who, in case you forgot, is also the owner of the Phoenix Mercury. Woj mentions here in the article, Tibbetts' hiring is another significant hire for the Phoenix Mercury after owner Matt Ishbia lured Nick Uren, is that how you say that? Uren, from the Golden State Warriors to become general manager. Ishbia tasked Nick Uren and CEO Josh Bartelstein with the coaching search that lands Tibbetts with the Mercury now. And then there's the mention of the $100 million, new facility investment and all that. That comes from ESPN. Magic Nate Tibbetts becomes the newest head coach, highest paid head coach, WNBA in Phoenix Mercury. So shout out to him and best of luck to the Mercury, this upcoming season. So that's it, y'all. I think that's it. I mean, unless somebody's got something to keep this show going, I think that's it. I went a little longer than I anticipated. I always do that. I'm like, this is going to be a short show, and then we go for like an hour or 2 hours. But yeah, guys, I'm just getting hyped for the season, y'all. I had a great time in Phoenix. If you guys didn't know, I visited Phoenix, saw some friends and family, had an absolute blast. Got to go on the PHNX Suns podcast there. That was an amazing blast, a good time. Unfortunately, I was not able to link up with my guys, John and Matt from the Suns Jam session. John was really busy with work. I wasn't sure what Matt was doing. I was just super busy as well. I was so excited. I was excited, but I was so drained by like the fourth day. It just wasn't in the cards. You know what I mean? So Casey says random Q&A. Should we go like 5 more minutes, y'all? I don't know. Send me some questions. Tony says, I'm worried about Bull. I'm just worried about Bull's minutes because, as you guys have noticed, the minutes have gotten lower. I mean, if that chant doesn't break out, we want Bull. Does Bull seriously play in this game? Sir Hamill says, you the man, Sons Geek. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate all you guys watching me, listening to me, even if you're watching later. I mean, we're overanalyzing a Suns preseason game, and you guys are watching. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, man. Like I said, I love the super chats. I love the likes and everything that you guys leave in the comments, but like the best way to support the show is just to keep watching. It's really that simple, y'all. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm excited for life. I've been really working hard on the channel. I've been working hard at my other job. For those of you who don't know, I do have a second job, and I'm going all in, y'all. Like, I know that actions speak louder than words. And yes, you know, real life comes first. There's going to be days where maybe I don't upload a video, but I'm going to go all in. I'm going to try to provide you guys with the best Suns content I possibly can. And just get ready, y'all. Buckle up, because this is going to be an amazing season. He says, we don't sleep, bro, so you good. I don't sleep either, man. Although, I'm not going to lie, ever since I did come home from Phoenix, I've been sleeping better. That's an understatement. I've been like, every time like I'm actually tired, I'm like, I'm not going to fight this. Like, I'm going to go to sleep. You know what I mean? I'm trying to take care of my mind as well. So, all right, you guys, I think that's it. Again, seriously, thank you guys for all the support and love. Casey says, what is this word sleep? I have no clue. You guys are the best. You know, without you guys, I'm literally just talking to a camera. So love you guys. God bless you guys. Stay safe out there. Be nice to people. Be patient with people. And I mean that. And, you know, life is good. And if you guys ever need anything, like seriously, you guys reach out to me, send me a DM. If you guys need prayer or something like that, just let me know. I love you guys. God bless you guys. Stay safe. And if it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it. Hulk, smash that like button. Please subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. And as always, go Suns.
What's up, Suns?